Welcome to the Attraction Matriarch podcast. I'm Bunny, helping men understand women since 2018. This is where we talk attraction psychology, intimacy dynamics, relationship repair, masculine leadership, feminine response, and the patterns beneath modern relationships that most people never see clearly. If you want stronger attraction, deeper understanding, and a clearer read on women, you are in the right place. Welcome in. Let's get into it. Modern dating has become very good at producing attraction, but it's become far less skilled at producing devotion. That's the problem. A man can learn how to get attention. A woman can learn how to be desirable. Both can learn how to create chemistry, flirt well, photograph well, text well, posture well, and present a version of themselves that looks magnetic from the outside. But marriage doesn't run on presentation. It runs on structure. And that's where modern dating is failing people by leaps and bounds. We have built an entire culture around the opening act, the spark, the chase, the immediate pull, the first impression, the high of feeling chosen, the validation of being wanted, the intoxicating little confirmation that says, I still have it. But almost no one is being formed for the daily reality of building a life with another human being. Chemistry is not the same thing as capacity. Attraction is not the same thing as endurance. Desire is not the same thing as devotion. You see, a person can be wildly attractive and still be almost impossible to build with. That is one of the great modern dating problems no one seems to want to admit. We've taught people how to signal value, but not how to carry that responsibility. We've taught people how to create intrigue, but not how to repair conflict. We have taught people how to look desirable, but not how to remain relationally steady when the novelty starts to wear off. This is why some people can attract endlessly, but can't seem to stay married. They're addicted to beginnings. Beginnings are easy compared to maintenance. Beginnings are full of fantasy and projection and chemistry and possibility. You don't have to deal with the money patterns, the family systems, the emotional wounds. You don't have to deal with any household rhythms or aging parents or children or exhaustion or disappointment or sexual changes or resentment or grief or boredom or ambition or sacrifice or the quiet discipline of choosing one person over and over and over and over and over and over again. You see, dating rewards performance, but marriage exposes your character. And that exposure is where many modern people begin to collapse. Performance masculinity may attract attention, but it doesn't lead households. A man who knows how to look dominant, speak confidently, and create a temporary charge still has to prove whether he can remain steady under pressure, whether he can make decisions, whether he can hold frame without becoming cruel, repair without groveling, and lead without needing constant applause. Curated femininity may attract pursuit, but it can't nourish a marriage. The woman who knows how to be beautiful, desirable, witty, and magnetic still has to prove whether she can be emotionally honest, respectful under stress, loyal in private, warm in the mundane, and capable of building peace instead of just receiving attention. Both sides have been trained for display. Far fewer have been trained for covenant. Modern dating also gives people the illusion of endless optionality. There's always another message, another profile, another possibility, another person who might feel easier, hotter, more exciting, less demanding, more affirming, and more convenient. That kind of optionality changes the nervous system and it makes people conflict intolerant. Instead of learning how to move through tension, they interpret tension as a sign that they chose wrong. Instead of learning how to repair, they leave. Instead of learning how to mature, they shop around. Instead of asking, what system is breaking between us, they ask, who else might feel good faster? That's not love, that's dopamine based pair bonding. And dopamine is a terrible architect for marriage. Marriage requires systems thinking. It requires asking better questions than, do I feel excited right now? It requires examining how two people handle conflict, money, sex, fatigue, disappointment, leadership, emotional regulation, family pressure, household labor, repair, and long term vision. That is why the Attraction Matriarch is not here to be a dating entertainer. I am not interested in simply teaching people how to get attention. Attention's cheap. I'm interested in what creates staying power. Because the real question is not, can you attract someone? The real question is, can you build something strong enough that attraction has a place to mature? Can you create a relationship where desire doesn't have to survive on novelty alone? Can you build a household where masculinity is not performance, where femininity is not curation, where conflict is not an emergency and love is not constantly threatened by the next available option? That's the work. Modern dating can teach you how to be wanted, but marriage requires that you become trustworthy. And those are not the same thing. I am the Attraction Matriarch, and in all things, I want you and your marriage to win.